Hi, I am Dr. R. Mahalakshmi, working as assistant professor. In this video, we are going to discuss correlation. First, we are going to see what is correlation. Correlation refers to a process for identifying the relationship between two variables. Correlation summarizes the relationship between two variables in a single number called the correlation coefficient. Usually, the correlation coefficient represent as a symbol R, and it ranges from -1 to +1. Types of correlation. We have three types of correlation. One is no correlation, positive correlation, and then negative correlation. A correlation coefficient quite close to 0 that implies little or no relationship between the two variables. That is no correlation. Then second type is positive correlation. A correlation coefficient close to +1 means a positive relationship between the two variables, with increase in one variables being associated with increase in other variable. Then third type is negative correlation. A correlation coefficient close to -1 indicates a negative relationship between two variables. Here, an increase in one variable associated with a decrease in other variable. Now, we are going to see Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation. Under this method, we are having two types. One is actual mean method and then assumed mean method. Under actual mean, the formula for find out Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation is R is equal to sigma xy divided by root sigma x square into sigma y square. Under assumed mean, the formula for calculating coefficient of correlation is R is equal to sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy divided by n, the whole divided by root of sigma dx square minus sigma dx the whole square divided by n into root of sigma dy square minus sigma dy the whole square divided by n. Now we have one problem for calculating correlation under actual mean. Here we need to find out the correlation between marks in accountancy and marks in statistics. So this is the given information. From that we can find out relationship between marks in accountancy and statistics. Here we can represent marks in accountancy as x and then marks in statistics as y. So the given variable is 48, 35, 17, 23, 47. So here we have 5 variables. Then we represent mark in statistics as y. So the variable is 45, 20, 40, 25 and 45. So we already know the formula for calculating Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation under actual mean. That is sigma xy divided by root of sigma x square into sigma y square. So while applying this formula, first we have to find out the actual mean, that is x bar. Mean is x bar. So for calculating marks in accountancy, we need to find out sigma x divided by n. So the n is number of variables. So here the number of variable is 5, and the total of x, that is sigma x, is equal to 170. So 170 by 5 is equal to 34. So x bar is 34. Then y bar is equal to sigma y by n. The total of sigma y is 175. N is 5. So we got y bar is equal to 35. Now we are going to find out small x and then small y. For small x represent x minus x bar. So from the calculated actual mean, here we have to find out the x minus x bar. Here the x is 48. 48 minus 34, 14. 35 minus 34, 1. Then 17 minus 34 minus 17. 23 minus 34 minus 11. Then 47 minus 34, 13. Like that we have to find out the y value, small y. So the y bar is 35. So first y variable is 45. 45 minus 35, 10. 20 minus 35 minus 15. 40 minus 35, 5. Then 25 minus 35 minus 10. 45 minus 10. Sorry, 45 minus 35, 10. So now then for applying the formula, we want to find out the x square and y square. So this is the square of x, and then y square is the square of y. Then last we have to find out x and y, and then we have to find the total of x square, y square, and then xy. So that is sigma x square, sigma y square, and then sigma xy. So now we are going to apply the formula actual mean. R is equal to sigma xy by sigma x root sigma x squared into sigma y square. So the value of sigma xy is 280, sigma x squared is 776, then sigma y square is 550. So now we apply this in formula. 280 by root 776 into 550, we got root 4,26,800. Then we can simplify, we got 653.29. So now divide this, we got 0.428. So now the Pearson coefficient of correlation between the marks in accountancy and statistics is 0.43. So here there is a moderate degree of relationship between marks in accountancy and then statistics. Next we are going to use assumed mean formula in the same problem, that is sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy by n, the whole divided by root sigma dx square minus sigma dx the whole square divided by n into root of sigma dy square minus sigma dy the whole square divided by n. So now assumed mean, we are assume any one of the variable under x is a assumed mean. Now I assume 35 as a assumed mean of x, and then 20 is the assumed mean of y. So dx is nothing but x minus a, dy is nothing but y minus a. So like that we have to calculate the dx, x minus 35. So 48 minus 35, 35 minus 35, 17 minus 35, 23 minus 35, then 45 minus 35. So now then we can sum up the dx. So sigma dx is minus 5. Then dy, here we can take as the assumed mean is 20. So 45 minus 20, 25, 20 minus 20, 0, 40 minus 20, 20, 25 minus 25, then 45 minus 25, 20, 25. So now we got dy is 75. Then we want to find out the dx square and then dy square. This is the square of dx and dy square is the square of dy. Last step, we want to find out the dx and to dy. Then we can total up all those items. So dx squared, sigma dx squared, sigma dy square, and then sigma dx into sigma dy. Now we are going to apply this in assumed mean formula. Right. So sigma dx into sigma ds into dy is 205. Then sigma dx is minus 5. Sigma dy is 75. So number of item is 5. And the whole divided by sigma dx square is 781 minus sigma dx is minus 5 divided by 5. Then sigma dy square is 1675 minus sigma dy is 75 divided by 5. So whole square. Now we have to simplify. 205 minus 5 into 75 is divided by 5 is minus 75. Then root 781 minus here we have to square this minus 5 only. So minus 5 into minus 5, 25, plus 25 divided by 5 is minus 5. Then here also we have to square this 75 only. So 75 by into 75 divided by 5, we got 1125. So again we can simplify this also. So 280 divided by root 776, then root 550. So now we got 653.32. So 280 divided by 653.32 is 0.428. So R is equal to 0.43. So in an examination point of view, in a question paper, in correlation, they never giving any restriction. You have to find out the correlation in assumed mean or actual mean. But we have to use any one of this formula for calculating the correlation. But both the actual and assumed mean, the result is the same only. So R is equal to 0.43 in actual mean, and then it is come under assumed mean also. Hope all you are understand about how we can find out the correlation in assumed as well as actual mean. Thank you.